All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking all about Airbnb.
Ooh,
We've got some really fascinating source material here that a listener sent in,
sounds good.
and we're gonna extract the golden nuggets from this, and
Yeah, let's get into it.
yeah, and really help you guys maximize your success as Airbnb hosts.
Awesome.
The big takeaway here is that simply listing your property isn't enough.
Right.
To get consistent bookings, you really need to understand how Airbnb search works
It's so true.
and how to optimize your listing for maximum visibility.
Absolutely.
It's interesting because I think a lot of people don't even realize
I know.
that that's a thing,
Yeah, they think you just put the listing up there and the bookings will come.
You just put it up there,
Yeah,
magic happens.
right.
But there's so much more to it, and it's actually fascinating.
It is.
One of the things that the source material mentioned, which I thought was really interesting, is that most potential guests don't even look past the first 2 pages of search results.
Wow. Yeah, that's
And I was thinking about it, and I realized
probably true.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
When I'm searching on Airbnb, I'm not going through, 20 pages.
Yeah, you got to be on that first page or two.
I want to see what's right there in front of me.
Absolutely.
So that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's so true. And so we really need to understand how to get to that
For sure.
first page or two of search results.
Mm-hmm.
So to help us kind of break all this down, we've got an expert here with us today
Hello.
who really knows the ins and outs of Airbnb. So
Yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time.
wonderful.
Yeah.
A lot of changes.
So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
One of the things that the source material highlights is that Airbnb gives new listings
Okay.
a boost initially to kind of help them get started.
Yeah, like a little honeymoon period.
Right, exactly.
You get a little bump. But then what happens after that initial boost fades away?
Yeah.
Why is it so hard
So-
to stay at the top of those search results?
Well, like we were saying, it really comes down to SEO,
Okay.
search engine optimization.
So that applies to Airbnb as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're basically competing with every other listing in your area.
So it's like this constant competition.
It is. Yeah, it's not something you can just set and forget.
Wow.
You've really got to be on top of it.
So imagine, I'm a guest, and I'm looking for, the perfect vacation spot
Right.
on Airbnb.
Tons of options.
I'm faced with tons and tons of options.
Yeah,
How do I even begin to choose?
exactly. And that's where the algorithm comes in.
Yeah.
So the way Airbnb's algorithm determines search ranking
Right.
is by looking at a whole bunch of factors.
Okay.
Like, your listings location, the
Mhm.
quality of your photos, your reviews, your
Right.
pricing,
That makes sense.
even how often you update your listing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and that's
So
why
it rewards you for being active.
it does.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why your source material talks about spending an hour a week
Yeah.
updating your listing.
That's a pretty big time commitment.
It is.
But it sounds like it's worth it
Oh, absolutely.
if you want to stay
If you want to stay competitive,
competitive.
you got to do it.
Okay, so can you give us some specific examples of what kind of updates and tweaks
Sure.
hosts should be making to their listings?
So first and foremost,
Uh-huh.
make sure you're refreshing your photos regularly.
Okay.
People are visual. They want to see those beautiful, high-quality pictures.
And Airbnb is a very visual platform.
It is very visual.
Yeah.
And then make sure your descriptions are compelling.
Okay.
You're not just listing basic amenities.
Right.
Highlight anything unique or special that your property offers.
Yeah, I was reading through the source material, and there was a story about a host who completely transformed their bookings by highlighting their vintage teapot collection.
Wow, that's great.
It sounds quirky,
Yeah,
but it created this whole narrative
it's a story.
that drew people in.
That's what people want. They
Yeah.
want an experience.
And they want to know that you're,
Yeah,
putting that extra thought into it.
for sure.
Yeah. The source material also mentions a really interesting tactic called calendar blocking.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so calendar blocking is basically strategically blocking off days on your calendar,
Okay.
even if they aren't actually booked.
So even if they're available.
Right,
Got it.
to create a sense of scarcity and urgency.
So it's a little bit of a mind game.
It is a little bit of a mind game,
Interesting.
but it works.
So if I see that, a lot of days are blocked off,
Right.
I'm going to think, oh, this place must be popular.
Exactly. You're going to want to book it before it's too late.
And I better jump on it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And Another thing the source talks about is optimizing your pricing
Okay.
for different seasons and demand levels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't just have a flat rate all year round.
Right, because if there's a big event in town,
Exactly.
you can charge more.
You can adjust your prices accordingly.
Right.
And there are actually tools out there
Oh, wow.
that analyze local events and automatically adjust your rates for you.
So you don't even have to do it manually.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a huge time saver.
Okay.
Um,
Any other questions about that?
well, I'm curious, is there anything else in the source material
Let me think.
that we should be aware of?
Yeah, there's one more thing that's really important.
Okay.
And that's the power of keywords and reviews.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So encourage your guests
Okay.
to mention specific things they loved about your property in their reviews.
So not just, great place.
Right, exactly.
Let's say again.
Yeah, be specific.
Okay.
Like if you have an amazing view,
Mm-hmm.
a spacious kitchen, a cozy fireplace.
Those are all things that people search for.
Exactly. Those are keywords that potential guests will be searching for.
So it's not just about getting good reviews, it's about getting the right kind of reviews.
It's about the right kind of review.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one last thing that I remember from the source material was responsiveness.
Oh, yes. That's crucial.
Yeah.
You need to reply promptly to guest inquiries.
Oh,
It shows that you're attentive.
like you care.
You care.
Yeah.
And it also actually can boost your search ranking.
Oh, wow. So it's good for customer service and it's good for
It's good for SEO.
for SEO. It's a win-win.
Wow. Okay, so it sounds like it's not just about setting up a great listing.
No,
It's about
actively managing it,
actively managing
bringing
it,
it fresh.
making sure it always looks its best
Yeah,
for those potential guests
absolutely.
who are browsing through pages and pages of options.
That's the key.
Wow.
You got to stand out.
Okay, well, that is fantastic advice. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you
Of course.
breaking all that down for us.
Happy to help.
So, to our listener out there,
Yeah.
as you embark on your Airbnb journey,
Good luck.
remember, don't just list your property.
Right.
Craft an experience.
Yes.
Tell a story.
Yes.
Play the game.
Have fun with it.
And most importantly, have fun with it.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
This has been another deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.